If any of these sentences have ever come out of your mouth or into your head, I want to talk to you for the next 8 minutes or so. I don't do it for the money. I'm bad with money. Wanting more money is greedy. I should just be grateful. There's only so much to go around. Every one of those is a lie you've been carrying, probably for decades, since your parents told you that, and probably without noticing. Today, I'm naming 5 of these lies, one at a time, and telling you where each one came from and how to put it down and let it go. This is not a money video, it is a belief video. Oh, excuse me. Because you cannot out-earn a belief that says you don't deserve to. So stay with me. And this is a concept that I am still working with myself. So I want to clear this right up front. This video is not about what you can earn. I cannot tell you what you'll earn from anything. From a side business, from a raise, from a career change. I don't know your situation, and anyone who claims otherwise is selling you something. What I'm going to talk to you about is the relationship you have with money. Because for most healthcare workers I know, and I include myself in this, that relationship was quietly poisoned before you ever got your first paycheck. And no amount of earning is going to fix what's broken in the belief. So let's name the 5 that come up over and over. Lie number 1. Wanting more money is greedy. You should be grateful for what you have. You have felt this one in your body. Somebody told you, probably before you were 10 years old, that a woman who wants more is grasping, that a woman who wants more is selfish, that a woman who talks about money is uncaring, vain, or unspiritual, that the truly good women are the ones who serve without needing to be paid well. Here's what that belief actually does to you. It stops you from asking for a raise. It stops you from raising your rates if you have a side thing. It stops you from negotiating. It stops you from valuing your own time. It stops you from spending your own money on yourself. It keeps you in exactly the same position the people who taught you the belief wanted you to stay in. They don't want you to grow. Wanting more is not greedy. Wanting more is one of the most human things you can do. It is how a species survives. It is how your grandmother got you what you will have. Wanting more money, the same way you want more sleep, more time with your kids, more peace, is not a moral failing. It is your body telling you the current situation is not enough. Listen to it. Lie number 2. I am so bad with money. Say it out loud right now, quietly, and notice how automatic it feels. I struggle with this. Most of us can say it without even pausing. That is not because it's true. That is because you've said it 1,000 times and now you believe it. Here's what it usually comes from. Somebody, either a parent, a partner, an old boss, told you at one specific moment that you were bad with money. Maybe you made one mistake. Maybe you were young. Maybe you were shamed for a purchase. Maybe you were compared to a sibling who was better with money. And then quietly over time, you built an identity around it. And now you avoid your bank account. You avoid retirement planning. You avoid learning about investments. You avoid the conversation altogether because it feels physically bad in your body. That is not a personality trait. That, my friends, is a wound. Here's the honest version. You're not bad with money. You have not been trained in money. Nobody teaches us this stuff. We don't learn this in school. There is a specific skill set. It can be learned, and the fact that you were never taught it is not evidence of your character. Most of us were not. It is evidence of a gap in your education, and that gap you can fill. So you're not bad with money. You just haven't been shown yet. There is a big difference. Lie number 3. And this one is specifically for us nurses. We don't do it for the money. Healthcare workers don't do it for the money. Teachers don't do it for the money. Caregivers don't do it for the money. This one hides itself as a virtue. It sounds pious. It sounds selfless. It sounds true. Because most of us didn't go into this profession chasing a paycheck. Here's what it becomes over time if you don't watch it. It becomes the reason you don't demand better pay. It becomes the reason hospitals get away with the staffing ratios they get away with. It becomes the reason your paycheck hasn't kept up with the cost of your groceries in 3 years. It becomes the reason you feel guilty picking up a shift for the money, even though the money is why the shift exists. You're allowed to love what you do and want to be paid well for it. Those two things are not opposite. In fact, they are the same thing, kind of overlapping each other. Because a healthcare worker who is not compensated well eventually cannot do the work anymore. Wanting fair pay is not a betrayal of the calling. It is what makes the calling sustainable. Do not let anybody weaponize your love of your work against your right to be paid well for it. That is not virtue. That is exploitation with a bow on it. And this is why so many nurses are striking right now. Lie number 4. There's only so much to go around. If I have more, someone has less. This is the zero-sum belief, and it lives especially strong in women who were raised to be caretakers. You've been trained your whole life to make sure everyone else is taken care of first. So the idea that you might have more feels at a gut level like you're stealing from someone else's plate. And sometimes that's true. Inside one household budget, that is absolutely true. If I spend the last $20 on myself, my kids don't have $20. But the belief becomes a lie the moment you apply it to creating money, to earning, to building, to growing what you have. When you build something and it earns money, you're not taking money from someone else. You're exchanging value with someone who wanted what you offered. Nobody's plate got smaller. There is enough money to go around. A whole new plate will come into existence. Most women I know who are stuck financially are not stuck because they can't earn. They're stuck because at a subconscious level, they think earning more means someone they love has less. Notice that belief and question it. It's almost never true, and it's quietly running your life. Lie number 5. And this is the one I think I hate the most. I should just be grateful for what I have. Gratitude is a beautiful thing. Weaponized gratitude is a completely different thing. And most of us have been on the receiving end of weaponized gratitude and never noticed it. Weaponized gratitude sounds like, you have a job, you should be grateful. Some women would kill for what you have. You should count your blessings and stop complaining. Have you heard these before? I'm sure you've heard at least one. These sentences look like they are about your gratitude. They're not. They're about somebody else's discomfort with your desire. They exist to shut down your wanting, and they use your goodness as the leash. Here's the truth. You can be genuinely, deeply, sincerely grateful for what you have and want more. Those are not mutually exclusive. In fact, the healthiest people I know are grateful and ambitious. They are the same women who write a thank you note and ask for a raise. Both are appropriate and honest. Don't let anyone use your gratitude against your wanting. That is not spirituality. That is a control mechanism dressed as a virtue. You are allowed to be grateful and want more at the same time. So notice something. All 5 of these lies work the same way. They train you to not want more. And every one of them was likely handed to you by someone who benefited from you not wanting more. This is not paranoid. This is just the truth. And most of us were raised to be women who did not ask for enough. Because women who ask for enough are inconvenient to a whole lot of systems. If you inherited these beliefs, they didn't come from a healthy place. They came from a place that needed you to shrink so it could keep running. You are so allowed to unlearn them slowly, one at a time, starting now. And it might be scary, but at the same time, it's exhilarating. So let me tell you what I do plainly. I help women in healthcare build a business in the beauty industry so extra shifts become a choice and not a necessity. But underneath everything I teach, and I want you to hear this, is the belief that healthcare workers deserve better than what we have been asked to accept. Better pay, better boundaries, better relationships with our money and our own worth. A side business is only one path. The bigger project is putting these 5 lies down. And it can be hard, but it is so doable. So here's what I want you to do. Pick the one that hit the hardest. Just one. Was it wanting more is greedy? Was it I'm bad with money? Was it nurses don't do it for the money? Or was it the zero-sum belief? Or was it weaponized gratitude? Comment start below and tell me which one you're carrying. That's the one to notice this week. Not fight, not fix. Notice. Every time it comes up. And I'm telling you, it's going to come up a lot. Just notice it. You can't outlearn a belief that says you don't deserve to. So let's start there. I'll see you in the comments.